the game.
Hi, I'm Kelsa Dickey, the CEO of the Financial Coach Academy and my financial coaching business, Fiscal Fitness Phoenix. My coaching journey began more than a decade ago with me helping people for free from my dining room table. What was once a little business of mine has grown into a 7-figure company that employs a team of people. My goal is simple: to help you fall more and more in love with financial coaching. I believe financial coaching is the most rewarding way to make a living. If you are an aspiring financial coach or have been coaching for years, I'm here to help you create a business you love that gets your clients massive results. Let's get to it.
Hey, Coach. Welcome to episode 95. Bill, my podcast producer, is making me laugh this morning as I record this episode, so don't mind my little chuckles here. But did you know that we have a free Facebook group where you can connect with other financial coaches? It is called Financial Coaches Unite, and it is a community of almost 10,000 current and aspiring coaches where you can share wins, work through challenges, and support each other's growth. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your practice, you'll find coaches at every step of their journey. No competition, no judgment, just real conversations about what works, what doesn't, and how to make a bigger impact in your clients' lives. Join us at financialcoachacademy.com/unite for a very quick link. I'd love to see our group get over 10,000 members in the next few months. Share the group with your financial coaching friends. Go to financialcoachacademy.com/unite. Today, we are kicking off a special series about delighting your clients at every stage of their journey with you. This series will run once a month, so keep your eyes peeled for each episode, or check out our special playlist on YouTube for the series. We're starting with onboarding because once a client decides to work with you, these first few interactions set the foundation for everything that follows, Coach. Think about the last time you invested in something significant, like working with a coach. Those first few days after you paid were crucial, right? You were either reassured that you made the right decision, or you might have been left wondering if you made a mistake. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. How to make sure your clients feel completely confident in their decision to work with you and informed about all of the most important touch points they need. We've talked on the last few episodes about the trust gap in the coaching industry and how important it is to be real and authentic as you're showing up in your marketing. Just because someone signs on to coach with you, that doesn't mean you have their trust and it's smooth sailing from here. In fact, there becomes more of a trust gap right after they pay you than ever before in the coaching journey. Even though they've already said yes, even though they've already paid, there's this window where trust can go either way. They're either thinking, will this actually work for me? Or is this coach really going to help me? Or did I make the right decision? And your onboarding process needs to answer these questions before they even ask them. This is especially important in financial coaching because we're dealing with such personal topics. Money touches everything in their lives. That's why your onboarding matters more than ever. The coaching industry has changed dramatically. Your expertise alone isn't enough anymore. People can get financial information anywhere. What they're really buying is transformation, support, and confidence that they'll actually reach their goals. They're not just investing with you for your knowledge. They're investing in the experience of working with you. Your onboarding process is your first chance to show them what that experience will be like. It sets the expectations for everything, how you communicate, how organized you are, and how much you care about their success. Let's think about the psychology of a great onboarding experience. And let's start by talking about what's really going on in your client's mind after they pay. They're excited. They've finally taken action on their finances. They're nervous. They've probably tried to fix their money before and it didn't work, so they're really wondering if this will be the thing that does it. They might be experiencing buyer's remorse, especially if this is their first time investing in coaching. Think about it, coach. All too often, our clients experience buyer's remorse on a regular basis because they don't trust themselves with money, so they doubt decisions that they make when they spend money. This investing in you is no different. And some might even be feeling vulnerable. They're about to share their deepest money fears with you, and that can be incredibly vulnerable for them. This mix of emotions is exactly why your onboarding needs to be both professional but also personal. There are some key elements to really high touch onboarding that I want to talk with you about. So let's break down exactly what needs to happen between their yes and their first session. The first is some immediate celebration and reassurance. Send a welcome email within minutes of their payment. They need to know that you're there. You can even include a personal video message. Let them see your excitement to work with them. You can also provide immediate access to something valuable, something that gives them a quick win. So what do these look like in practice? You can use a tool like Bonjoro, Bonjoro, to record a quick personalized email and email it directly to them. Or you can set up your system so that an email automatically goes to them with that quick win tip in there. Either way, make sure there is an immediate response. That is your goal, coach. You'll also want to provide a clear communication framework. So you can do this by laying out exactly what happens next and even send them a downloadable guide to working with you. So different ways that they can contact you, different options, that kind of thing. Tell them when they'll hear from you again and make sure that that step happens. Don't leave it open-ended and don't leave them questioning, okay? Your next touch point might be a one-to-one call, or you might send them a link to your calendar so that they can schedule that. Make sure you explain how to reach to you if they have questions. How do they reach out to you, right? Don't just tell them I'm here. Give them specific and exact steps that they can take. Finally, it's really important that you set expectations early on. Be specific about your coaching process. This is where that downloadable guide comes in. Explain what they need to do before the first session and make sure they have everything they need to succeed. This is a great time to say, here's what you need to do, and we're here. Here's how you can reach us. Here's the top 3 ways that you can contact us, whichever way is easiest for you, client, right? You could also share stories or examples of what success looks like in your program. This gives them a vision for themselves when they're first starting out and they're probably most nervous. Now, let's talk about the system behind your personal touch. This is something I learned the hard way, which is why it's now something we teach in the Financial Coach Academy. You need systems to be able to consistently personalize your touch points, right? So it's all about the consistency in the personal touch. It sounds a little counterintuitive, doesn't it? That you need a system in order to have a personal touch point. So what do I mean by this? It means having templates that feel personal but save you time. It could also mean automation that supports connection. It's not making the connection for you, it's supporting the connection, not replacing it. And a workflow that ensures nothing falls through the cracks. Systems are how you scale without losing the high touch feel. In the Financial Coach Academy, we call this systematized authenticity, using systems to ensure you can show up fully for each client. One system adds reminders to the coach's calendar so they know to reach out and don't have to keep track of that in their head, right? Another system reminds our admin team to send a welcome gift, and we have specific systems set up for each of the gifts that we like to send. Another system sends encouraging emails when we know the going gets tough in the client journey. And another system sends a reminder to the coach in advance of the client's program ending so that they can begin to have those conversations in a really calm and productive manner. These are just a few examples. There are so many more. Those are all designed to build trust, but they're also designed to create momentum before the first session. The time between payment and the first session is crucial for building client confidence. Give them small wins right away. A quick assessment that they can complete, a simple money tracking template, or one small action step that they can take immediately. Celebrate their success and even taking that step of scheduling with you. And remember, each touch point should reinforce their decision to work with you and build their confidence while also creating excitement for what's coming up next. This is where many coaches unfortunately miss the mark. They wait until after the first session to start helping, when really that trust factor needs some immediate juice, okay? So let's now talk about the trust building timeline. Here's an example of an onboarding timeline. You might want to tweak this to fit your own process, but notice how quickly we get to the first session here, okay? Your new coaching client is ready for action. Make sure we keep that momentum going. All right. Too much time in between and all of their self-doubt start creeping back in. Okay. Day 1, initial welcome and celebration, reassurance, right? Days 1 through 3, a resource delivery or a preparation guide. Days 4 through 6, check in and support. Show up as a leader in the information gathering phase of your process. And then finally, day 7 is maybe the first session, preparation and excitement building. Let them see that you are busy working on their problem and coming up with solutions, an important element in the demonstration step that we've been talking about these last few episodes. Each touch point is demonstrating your expertise, your organization, your commitment to their success, your understanding of their situation, and your ability to understand what they need. Not only that, but your onboarding should reflect your unique coaching style. In the Financial Coach Academy, we help you develop your signature onboarding process. We give you custom resources that can align with your methodology, and you can sort of modify those. And we help you set up systems that feel really authentic to you. So we show you exactly how we do it, but we also give you a lot of different tips and strategies for modifying that based on what we've seen other coaches do over the years. The goal isn't to copy someone else's process, but it's to create one that feels natural to you and serves your client well, but you don't need to start that from scratch. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. Now, in the next episode, we're going to talk about how to go from solopreneur to hiring your first assistant or virtual assistant. Coaching is all about the application of knowledge. Now that you've learned something new, what do you think about it? How do you feel about it? And what action steps do you want to take as a result? Instead of leaving you with a reflection question today, I've been thinking about doing something a little different these days. So I want you taking action, coach. I want you to start by auditing your current onboarding. Map out every touch point from payment to first session. You can go to financialcoachacademy.com/client journey for a roadmap that can assist you. I want you to look for gaps in your communication or your support in that process and identify where you could add more personal touches. Then I want you to test some new elements with your next few clients. Remember, this is an evolution, and you'll change your onboarding along the way until you've perfected it. And if you run into challenges along the way, be sure to join our free Facebook group, Financial Coaches Unite, and we can talk about it more there. Join us at financialcoachacademy.com/unite. I'll see you next week, Coach. I believe financial coaching is the best and most rewarding way to make a living. I truly love what I do. If you're ready to learn and see how to become a profitable, successful financial coach, check us out at financialcoachacademy.com to learn more about our online courses, free trainings, and events. As always, I love hearing from you. If you have any questions for the FCA podcast or to share your thoughts on the reflection question from today's episode, go to financialcoachacademy.com/podcast. And if you love this podcast, hit the thumbs up button on today's episode, subscribe, and leave us a rating or review on Apple Podcasts. It would mean the world to me. I'll see you next week, Coach.